Alright, y'all. I'm just now walking out of the cinema after watching Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. And, as always, whenever I go see a sequel or remake or reboot or whatever, I always feel I should give my thoughts on their original counterparts or predecessors. So, of course, the first Beetlejuice, which came out in 1988, that's always been one of my childhood favorite films. That's always been one of my favorite movies since I was a kid. And I know it's weird. I watched Beetlejuice when I was a kid. Yeah. Why the hell did this guy's parents let him watch that movie? Yeah, my parents were not very strict about what I watched as a kid. They let me watch Beetlejuice when I was a kid. You know, my mom actually explained it to me pretty well, you know. They always thought, both her and my dad, they always thought that if I was enjoying a movie, then they'd see no harm in me watching it. That could be said with Beetlejuice. Anyways, I think I'm talking too much about the first Beetlejuice. Now let's talk about Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. I'd be lying to y'all if I said I did not have fun watching this. I mean, can the writing be all over the place? Sure. But to be fair, the writing in the first Beetlejuice was also all over the place, and that's why I loved it so much. Like, it was a great excuse for Tim Burton to make it absolutely silly and nonsensical in the best ways possible. Alright, I'm getting on the bus, so I'll catch y'all later. Alright, y'all, I'm off the bus. I'm off the bus now. So, back to the review. As I was saying, I had so much fun with this movie. Can the writing be all over the place? Sure. But I mean, so was the writing in the first movie, but that's why we loved it. We loved how weird, silly, and nonsensical it was. And I could say the same thing about this movie. It definitely feels like it's still got the spirit of the first Beetlejuice. Like, Tim Burton, remembered what made the first Beetlejuice such a great movie. By just completely having fun with the script and just doing whatever the hell he wanted. And you know what I especially loved about this movie is that he went back to practical effects. Because, yeah, as we all know, Tim Burton's latest work has been suffering from an overuse of CGI. I mean, you know, I personally didn't hate all of them. I mean, Dark Shadows, that sucked. That's as far as I could go to hating his latest work. Because, you know, Alice in Wonderland, I thought it was fine. Dumbo, I kind of liked it. Wouldn't watch it all the time, but, you know, I thought it was pretty good. What else? What else did you... Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, I personally enjoyed that. I mean, sure, other people don't like it, but me personally, I found it very enjoyable. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, Beetlejuice. Love that Tim Burton went back to practical effects. So yeah, the stop motion, that was what was so cool about the original Beetlejuice, especially when we see the sandworms, seeing the stop motion work on it. I really love seeing stop motion animation. It looks really cool. Even in movies that are fully animated by stop motion, you know, like Nightmare Before Christmas, for example. But yeah. I think I'm done talking about the effects now. Let's talk about the actors. Because, you know, we've got some of the original cast back. You know, we got what was her name? Catherine O'Hara, yeah. You know, Catherine O'Hara was actually surprised when I was actually surprised. It's I didn't know she'd be coming back for this. When I saw her in the trailers was when I first found out. It's really? She's coming back? Okay. You know, I especially love that they do not bring Jeffrey Jones back, because, yeah, I'm pretty sure some of us know what Jeffrey Jones did. Those of y'all that don't know who that is, he was Lydia's dad in the first movie. But yeah, Catherine O'Hara, she really, she still has that, what's the word? She still has that, like, obnoxious humor that she had in the first movie, so it was especially great to see that she remembered her character very well. Like, she behaved kind of like a Karen, almost. Yeah. Y'all know the Karens? Are the Karens even still around? I'm getting sidetracked again. And even Winona Ryder. She's still absolutely great. I love that, throughout the movie, like, she's been feeling traumatized about the ghosts. Like, 'cause yeah, after all that shit she's been through as a teenager, yeah, I would be traumatized too if that ever happened to me. And, oh, of course, we gotta talk about the ghost with the most himself, Michael Keaton. I mean, come on. He still absolutely got it. He knows how to play the ghost with the most himself. Nobody could play the character better than him. Not even me. Even as I'm doing the voice. But yeah, yeah, Michael Keaton, he's still absolutely kicks ass as Beetlejuice. 'Cause yeah, even like I said in his voice, like, nobody could play the part better than him. And, so yeah. He definitely still captured the fun that Beetlejuice originally had in the first movie. And, I think I've went on about the original cast. Now let's move on to some of the new members. Well, I could start with Jenna Ortega, yeah. Yeah, some of y'all probably already know. I literally have the biggest crush on Jenna Ortega. And, I have crushed on other actresses, before her, like, Margot Robbie. She was my first celebrity crush. And then eventually, like, 2 years later, I saw Stranger Things for my first time. And, then I started to grow a thing for Natalia Dyer, who plays Nancy in the show. And then, yeah, I'm just like any other Jenna Ortega simp you ever meet. Like, I did find out about her from, fucking Wednesday. So, yeah, but yeah, I did think she was really good in this movie. But what I especially loved about her character was just how big of a fucking savage she was in this. Like, before she started to bond with, Winona Ryder. Lydia, that's her character's name. Winona Ryder's character, not Jenna Ortega's. And, Justin Theroux, yeah. He is definitely very good at playing this type of character, he kind of reminded me of Cary Elwes in the movie Liar Liar. Y'all remember that movie? Well, I mean, at first he did, like, they have been dating for, I would assume, not very long, kind of like Cary Elwes in Liar Liar. He's been dating Jim Carrey's ex-wife for 7 months, and already he wants to marry her. I feel like that's also what's going on between Justin Theroux and Winona Ryder in this movie. Because, yeah, the very rushed wedding. But, like, I especially love when, Beetlejuice gives him the truth serum. Getting my words mixed up. And, he reveals why he really wanted to marry him. That was very creative. I really love that. And, and, what else? Trying to think of what else there is to talk about. There's really not a lot. Like, it's like, again, the writing's all over the place. You know, just like the first movie, as I've mentioned before. Uh, oh yeah, that like the whole subplot with Beetlejuice being hunted down by his ex-wife, who was like a soul sucker. Like, she actually terrified me. Especially the way she sucked out everyone's souls, like that was creepy. Especially the effects of like people shrinking down after the process. Holy shit, that looked creepy. Oh, and I also gotta ask, that janitor in the beginning, was that Danny DeVito? I wasn't able to stay for the credits because if I did, the bus probably would have left without me. But yeah, but yeah, I swear to God, that must have been Danny DeVito. I'm probably gonna have to look it up after I do this review. Yeah, and what I especially loved about this subplot about Beetlejuice's ex-wife is that they actually reveal how Beetlejuice dies. I mean, I'm not sure if anyone was curious about it, mainly because we were like too focused on like the comedy and the visuals and just like everything that was going on in the first movie. But I liked learning about how Beetlejuice died. His ex-wife poisoned him. Like, holy shit. And yeah, I really don't know what else to say. I just had so much fun watching it. So yeah, I think that should do it for my review on Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Uh for my final rating, I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10. Is it as good as the first Beetlejuice? No. But I would definitely say it's up there. Like, I had a lot of fun with it. Probably not as much fun as I had with Deadpool and Wolverine. Like, I would still say Deadpool and Wolverine is my favorite movie from this year, but I'd definitely say Beetlejuice Beetlejuice is my second favorite. So, yeah. Overall, I'd give Beetlejuice Beetlejuice 10 out of 10. Not as good as the first movie, but I still had. But I definitely think it's just as fun. Like, right up there. So yeah, I think that'll do it for the review. Thank y'all so much for watching. Let me know what y'all thought of Beetlejuice Beetlejuice if y'all saw it, and I'll see y'all real soon.